Hello everyone, welcome to CBS Institute. Welcome to current affairs session. See, henceforth these videos will be uploaded on daily basis. What we do here is we pick up some important current affairs and discuss them in detail. Watch the video completely and prepare your own notes. Note making is very essential. Okay, so now let us take up the first one. See here, PESB, that is Public Enterprises Selection Board, has come into news recently. Public Enterprises Selection Board. See, public enterprise meaning is government company, that is public sector company. Okay, government company. So this is a selection board. So Public Enterprises Government Company Selection Board. Okay, so this board has come into news recently. Okay, so here the main responsibility, the responsibility of PESB is to select the personnel, to the posts of CMD, MD, functional directors in the companies of public enterprises. Companies of public enterprises. Now assume this situation. For example, Indian Oil Corporation. Indian Oil Corporation. Now this is headed by, for example, Chairman and Managing Director, that is CMD. Now assume that current CMD of IOC, Indian Oil Corporation, has retired and suitable person has to be appointed in this position. Okay, so here Government of India will appoint the suitable person. Here comes the task. See what happens here is, this is Public Enterprises Selection Board will select a suitable person and this name will be sent to Government of India. Then Government of India will appoint this person as the CMD of this particular company. Okay, so PESB is responsible for selecting the personnel to the posts of CMD, MD level, okay, and functional directors in public sector enterprises. Okay, so this is selection board. Okay, this is selection board. So this works under the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances, Pensions and Public Grievances. So here this minister is Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Okay, Narendra Modi. So here recently PESB has come into news because this board is headed by chairperson. This board is headed by a chairperson. Recently Mallika Srinivasan has been appointed as the chairperson of this board, Public Enterprises Selection Board. So Mallika Srinivasan, name is very important. We can expect a question like this: who among the following has been appointed as the chairperson of PESB, that is Public Enterprises Selection Board? Okay, so Mallika Srinivasan. Okay, so this position fell vacant in the month of August last year when Rajiv Kumar retired. Rajiv Kumar retired. So Rajiv Kumar later had appointed as the election commissioner. Okay, election commissioner, not chief election commissioner. Okay, election commissioner. Okay, so Mallika Srinivasan has been appointed as the chairperson of PESB. Okay, so previous chairperson was Rajiv Kumar. Okay, Mallika Srinivasan earlier, before this appointment, Mallika Srinivasan was the CMD, Chairman and Managing Director. Okay, position in this position. Okay, CMD of Tractor and Farm Equipment. Okay, Tractor and Farm Equipment Limited. Okay, that is a tractor company. This is based in Chennai. This is based in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Okay, so two names are important here. In this position, before Mallika Srinivasan, Rajiv Kumar was there. Later he was appointed as the election commissioner. Okay, so now current chairperson of PESB is Mallika Srinivasan. Okay, so appointments are very important. So this news comes into appointments. Okay, now let's take up the next one. BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC has come into news because BIMSTEC ministerial conference has been held recently. See, in the world, no country lives in isolation, which means a country must depend on another country for any purpose, okay, for various reasons. For example, India is dependent on Saudi Arabia for oil, okay, oil. So oil is being imported into India by the country Saudi Arabia, which means India is depending upon the country Saudi Arabia for its oil purpose, okay. So here, for better cooperation, countries come together and they form a group. Countries come together and they form a group. For example, BRICS. For example, BRICS. BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. There can be a question in our exam. What is S in BRICS? What is C in BRICS? Okay, so these types of questions are very common in competitive exams. So BRICS is a group of 5 countries. For example, ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Like this, there are several groups. Among the several groups, one of the groups is BIMSTEC. One of the groups is BIMSTEC. Here, BIMSTEC stands for Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal Initiative. Bay of Bengal Initiative for multi-sectoral, technical and economic cooperation. Technical and economic cooperation. See, this acronym is important because earlier there were questions with respect to BIMSTEC. Question could be, in BIMSTEC, what is E, what is C and what is B, what is S? So these types of questions we can expect in our exams. Okay, so Bay of Bengal Initiative for multi-sectoral, technical and economic cooperation. See, this is a group of 7 countries. Group of 7 countries. This organization, okay, BIMSTEC organization, it is an international organization. Member countries are 7. Member countries are 7. Secretariat of this organization, actually BIMSTEC was formed, established on 6th June 1997. 6th June 1997. The Secretariat of BIMSTEC is located at Dhaka. This is the capital city of Bangladesh. Capital city of Bangladesh. Secretary General, current Secretary General is Tenzin Lakepel. This is K, Lakepel. Tenzin Lakepel. Whenever an organization comes into news, you must know if it is an international organization or national organization. You must know the headquarters or location of that particular organization and also the current Secretary General or Director General of that particular organization. Okay, so here what is important is the location of Secretariat and also Secretary General of BIMSTEC. How many countries are there in BIMSTEC can also be a question. There are 7 countries. There are 7 countries. See, the 7 countries here are, for example, it is India. This is Bay of Bengal. Okay, the member countries are India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Myanmar and Thailand. Myanmar and Thailand. See, these are the 7 member countries of BIMSTEC. These are the 7 member countries of BIMSTEC. The point to remember here is there are 7 countries and also India is the member of BIMSTEC. India is the member of BIMSTEC. So India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Myanmar and Thailand. If the examiner wants to test your knowledge, in-depth knowledge with respect to BIMSTEC, the question can be formed like this. Which of the following countries is not member of BIMSTEC? Not member of BIMSTEC. So 4 countries which are the members of the BIMSTEC will be given as options, and one country which is not the member of BIMSTEC will be given as one of the options. For example, here Vietnam. For example, Vietnam. There can be anyone. Okay, there can be any country. So here Vietnam is not member country of BIMSTEC. Not member country of BIMSTEC. See, recently this BIMSTEC has come into news because recently 17th ministerial meeting has been held. It was held on 1st April 2021. 1st April 2021. 1st April 2021. See, this is a ministerial meeting. Okay, so 17th ministerial meeting was held on 1st April 2021. See, it was hosted by the country Sri Lanka. See, from India, our External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar represented India. From India, our External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar participated in the summit. See, this summit was held in virtual mode, which means online meeting. So there is no separate venue. If it is an offline meeting, then there must be a venue. The venue is very important. Okay, meetings venue or summits venue is very important from examination point of view. So here there could be a question at the 17th ministerial meeting of BIMSTEC, who among the following from India participated in the summit? Could be a question. That is External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar. This meeting was hosted by which of the following countries? Could also be a question. So this was hosted by the country Sri Lanka. Okay, so this is the news here. See, next BIMSTEC summit. BIMSTEC summit will be held in Colombo, which is the capital city of Sri Lanka. BIMSTEC summit here means highest level. Okay, highest level. At this BIMSTEC summit, the heads of the countries will participate. For example, head of India is Prime Minister. Head of Bangladesh is also Prime Minister. So this is highest level meeting. So that is called summit. But this is ministerial meeting. Okay, so this is 70th ministerial meeting. So next to BIMSTEC summit, that is 5th BIMSTEC summits, where the heads of all the countries participate, will be held in the country Sri Lanka. Okay, so this is the issue. With this issue, BIMSTEC has come into news. See, next one, Rathbones Folio Prize 2021. This is important from the point of view of awards. See, whenever an award comes into news, you have to know the winner, okay, and here the purpose. Recently, Rathbones Folio Prize, this is actually given in literary field. Okay, so this is a literature award. So Rathbones Investment Company, which is UK based company, United Kingdom based company, this company sponsors this prize, that is Rathbones Folio Prize, given in the field of literature. So Rathbones Folio Prize 2021 winner is Carmen Maria Machado. So she is an American author. She has been awarded with this literature prize for her novel, for her memoir. Actually, this is autobiography. The title of this memoir is In the Dream House. See, what is important here is the name of the winner, Carmen Maria Machado. She belongs to which country? America. And she has been honored with this prize for her memoir, that is autobiography, In the Dream House. See, very important here is author name and also title of the book. Without giving any relation, without making any reference to this price, there could be a question in our exam. Okay, so title of the book is given and we have to identify the author of that particular book. For example, In the Dream House is written by, could be a question in our exam. In the Dream House is written by Carmen Maria Machado, because there is a possibility of raising this question because this book has been awarded with the Rathbones Folio Prize, so that it has come into news. Okay, so author is Carmen Maria Machado. So whenever you come across books and authors, if they are in news, you have to know the name of the author and also the title of the book. Now let us take the next one. See, recently Kamalesh Chandra Chakrabarti, Kamalesh Chandra Chakrabarti. So here it is the picture. Kamalesh Chandra Chakrabarti has passed away recently. Okay, he passed away recently. So this comes under the obituary section. If any famous person passes away recently, then we can expect questions from that one. Okay, so here Kamalesh Chandra Chatterjee has passed away recently. See, he was, could be a question like this, he was. Okay, so he was the chairman of State Bank of India. He was the deputy governor of Reserve Bank of India. Okay, so these types of options are there. Okay, so here Kamalesh Chandra Chakrabarti was the former deputy governor of Reserve Bank of India. Okay, former deputy governor of Reserve Bank of India. From the year 2009 to 2014, he worked as one of the deputy governors of Reserve Bank of India. Earlier, he had also worked as the CMD of Punjab National Bank and also Indian Bank. Punjab National Bank, Indian Bank. So here he worked as one of the deputy governors of Reserve Bank of India. So his name becomes important from examination point of view. Okay, so here he worked as, could be a question. So he was one of the deputy governors of Reserve Bank of India. One of the deputy governors of Reserve Bank of India. See, with this, Reserve Bank of India comes into news. See, Reserve Bank of India is the regulator of banking industry. Regulator of banking industry. Here, Reserve Bank of India was established on 1st April 1935. This is very important. Okay, RBI is the regulator of banking industry, which means all the banks are regulated by Reserve Bank of India in India. Okay, see, this bank was established on 1st April 1995. This is headed by governor. The head of the bank is called governor. So current governor is Shakti Kanta Das. Shakti Kanta Das. Shakti Kanta Das is the current governor of Reserve Bank of India. See, there are generally 4 deputy governors in Reserve Bank of India. The current 2 deputy governors, for example, here Mahesh Kumar Jain, Michel Dibabrata Patra, and another person here Mahesh Kumar Jain, Michel Dibabrata Patra, M. Rajeshwar Rao. See, BP Kanungo, just 2 days before, he retired as the deputy governor of Reserve Bank of India. Okay, so currently there are only 3 deputy governors in Reserve Bank of India. As on 4th April 2021, there are only 3 deputy governors. Another post is vacant. After BP Kanungo retired as one of the deputy governors of Reserve Bank of India. So Government of India will appoint another person here. So that person name will also be important from examination point of view as and when government appoints him. Okay, see, these are the names of deputy governors. See, Reserve Bank of India is located, the headquarters of Reserve Bank of India are located in Mumbai. See, these points are important because this is the regulator of the banking industry. RBI is the regulator of banking industry. Okay, so you have to know the names of deputy governors as well. Okay, so earlier Kamalesh Chandra Chakrabarti was one of the deputy governors of Reserve Bank of India. Next one, World Autism Awareness Day. See, autism is a serious developmental disorder, which impairs the ability to communicate. So this is actually a disorder. Okay, so mental disorder it is. This is called autism. So World Autism Awareness Day is observed on 2nd April every year. 2nd April every year. See, this is important from the point of view of dates, important days and dates. Okay, so here 2nd April every year is observed as World Autism Awareness Day. See, inclusion in the workplace, challenges and opportunities in the post-pandemic world. See, dates are important, and equally important is the theme of the day. Okay, see, World Autism Awareness Day 2021 theme is inclusion in the workplace, challenges and opportunities in the post-pandemic world. So this is the theme of World Autism Awareness Day 2021. World Autism Awareness Day 2021. Okay, with this I conclude the session. Thank you for watching.